Welcome to today. Today we're going to just take it easy and do a bunch of stretches while sitting. There are times when you just feel cramped up. And so I want to get another stretching video. It also seems like most people enjoyed those. So come with me, come and grab a chair. While I'm getting the music going, let's sit up nice and tall. Feet or ankles, I should say, under knees. I'm putting the music towards you, not me. The hips and the knees aligned with each other, or if you are feeling like you're doing that rounding of your spine and you can't push this back in, right here, if you're sitting like way back towards your tailbone, sit underneath a pillow or sit on a pillow, a book, whatever it takes, right? Because we want to sit nice and tall. So we will start by thinking about our hips being like a lap belt. We're anchoring down our hips, and then we're going to grow our spine. Feel like you're getting a stretch in there. And then think about now that you have a device that's holding you and opening all this, and then your shoulders stay where they are, and then elongate your neck. So really feel a tug from here and then up. So this is being held, and then you're lifting up here. So you've got two sets of elongation going on. Keeping there, let's lift our toes up, heels stay on the ground, so widen your toes, and then curl them. Open them, and then curl them. Open and curl. We didn't talk about any active muscle control, did we? So belly into spine. If you're feeling like you're just letting everything just flow and hang, take the pelvic floor muscles, lift them up, bring everything back tight underneath you. I'm going to call that your elevator muscles because it seems a little bit more ladylike. I'll pretend that I'm from the South. So staying like this, nice and tall, back is away from the chair, so we're actually actively using our muscles. Let's lift up your heel, one foot as far as it can. Slowly roll up onto the ball of your foot, and then to your toes. Come back to your ball of your foot, and then bend down. So I kind of turn my leg just so you saw. I would prefer for you to do it straight in front of you though. Nice. And we swapped legs. Ooh, you just got a cramp in my calf. I'm like a disaster when it comes to stretching, huh? And let's change it up after this one. Keep your heels on the ground now. Lift your one foot toes up toward your shin and then stomp it back down. Sit up nice and tall though, belly into spine. Now let's, as we're stomping that toe, let's make sure our shoulders are set well. So we've still have the elongation here in the neck. Bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears, around your spine, and then see if you could shove those down. So it's opposite direction of our trunk. We want the length here, but we want our shoulders down. Let's swap legs. Stomp, 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 stomp. Try to make the sound. Up as high as you can, and then stomp forcefully down. Nice. And let's stop. Now keep one foot. Let's go back to the other foot. The heels on the ground. See if you can lift up your feet, turn it in, and then turn it out. Trying to keep your knee pretty stable. In and out. We're not going to do a lot of these. These muscles get tired. Keep your elevator lifted, stomach in, and stop with that leg and get the other one lifted up, then turn it all in and out. Try to keep your knee again from not moving. It's important to strengthen the ankle muscles as well as to stretch them, because a lot of times we lose control we don't have the strength in our ankle. Say we step on a rock or like a rut, and then we tumble. We need to work on the strength of the ankle. And we need to work on what's called the proprioceptor nerve receptors, that they know if they feel something funny, they know what to do and they could kick in. Okay, that's enough anatomy and physiology, yeah? That's enough ankles too. Let's move on. I'm gonna come sit back in my chair a little, and then let's grab underneath the thigh if you feel like it. If you feel like just doing more active, that's fine. I don't. So let's bring our heel up toward our knee and gently up and down. I don't want to go into a big stretch already because we haven't warmed up these muscles. So I'm just kicking it up and back down, not feeling the tug on the back of my leg yet, right? The whole premise is you don't stretch until you've warmed up those muscles already. Nice. And let's relax that leg, warm up the other. Point your toes, your foot up towards your shin bone. And then I'm gonna grab, I like to grab under my thigh so the back of the front of the chair doesn't cut into my thigh. Okay, so we're not feeling the stretch. We're purposely not. We're just kind of warming up our legs. Nice. And let's stop. If I'm totally off kilter with everything, I'm sorry. Let's bring the leg out and in. I'm sliding on the ground with my toe. You could go flat foot. I have to watch the splinters on my chair. Someday, oh, I already skipped Mother's Day. I was thinking for Mother's Day they could fix this chair. In a chunk of months, my birthday's coming up. Maybe that's what I'll ask them to re-gift me, this chair. And let's go to the other leg. Just slide it. I'm gonna scoot up because this side's the one with the splinters. You feeling a little bit of a warming up in the legs now? I am. Unfortunately, it seems like we never have to worry about the front of the hip muscles. Those seem to be the most overused. So I don't think we have to exercise them. And let's stop. Now, I believe we warmed them up. So let's now grab underneath our thigh, flex our foot toward our head. I'm just picking one leg and straighten it out. The key though is I don't want you sitting on your tailbone. Just lift your leg as far as you can when you feel a gentle stretch. When we want it just gentle. Stop right there, shoulders down and away from your ears. Elevators lifted, belly into spine. Let's take our chin now and draw it straight back so we have an alignment going. If you want to go a little further into the stretch, hinge at your hip and lean down. Pull your shoulders over a little bit so that leg bisects straight into the middle of your chest. I am not feeling that today. Good. And let's hold for another 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, grab the other leg underneath, flex your foot toward your head, then lift your heel. Just a gentle, gentle, gentle stretch. I'd rather our posture be worked on, elevator, muscles lifted, belly into spine, shoulders down. But if you want to continue, remember hinge at the hip, turn a little bit so that your leg essentially would connect right in the middle of you. Good, let's hold for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to the other leg. Sit up tall again, that's the most important. At this point, maybe you're gonna lose that and you're gonna come down as we lift our leg up and we cross our leg. So, often my gentlemen friends, take a pause, go get a pillow, 2, 3, I don't know. big encyclopedias, if they have encyclopedias still, and come up, sit on those. Because the most important is so you keep that straightness in your spine. So we're going to do the hip in two ways. Let's try to just relax it. So we're thinking of our inner thigh rolling up and over. So do you see my hand down here? I'm going to kind of take my leg chunk. That is a physical therapy term. And I'm pulling it inside, and then I'm thinking up and over. If you get closer to your hip, now this is not to crack your bones, your joints. It's just to get the soft tissue a little bit moving. So if you feel frustrated, don't take it out on your poor leg. Good, sit up nice and tall, way taller than I was. And then now let's take that leg, let's bring our knee closer toward the other shoulder, so then you feel a behind muscle stretch. If it's easier, if you care to, you can rotate your trunk. We're gonna hold, and hold, and hold. This song is so oversung by everyone, but I love it. Everybody's version of it. All the novices out there, the little kids singing it, the duets from everybody. It's amazing. Let's relax that leg and then bring it down. Let's now grab the other leg. Remember, if your doctor told you not to do crossing, then I don't want to know you did this. So again, if you're having a hard time keeping your spine up, then sit on the books. We're not always symmetrical human beings, right? So let's take our inner thigh. Now, see, I'm down here, and I'm going to grab, and I'm thinking in, up, and around. And my other hand's like on the chunk of, closer to my hip, the front of my hip. Now, this is not to crack it. This is just to kind of clear some space from the hip bones. We're going to hold. I think I could hear this song over and over and over. I bet it would drive my kids nuts. Somebody came in today to the bakery and wanted a cake for the person named Basil. Isn't that a neat name? Basil. I was trying to decide which of my 4 kids can I rename. And would it bother them? Probably not bother them, because it's a very cute name. Let's relax that leg, sit on up. Now let's get that knee up toward the other shoulder. And then if you would like, so that's for a stretch in your hip and your behind. If you would like, you could rotate your trunk up and over that. Most important though, again, is just to sit nice and tall. This is pretty jazzy. The problem with what we're doing, I guess it's not what we're doing, what I'm doing, is I'm not paying attention to how long the stretches are. So at any point, if it's uneven or if you feel like you need more of a stretch, just pause me, tell me to shut up for a second, and then continue stretching, or come back, bookmark it in your head and come back. Let's put that leg down now. Let's put our legs straight out. Sit toward the edge of your chair. Our knees, we're trying to open behind us, sitting up nice and tall. Let's lean down, trying to create a lengthening as opposed to collapsing. So we want our spine to be tall. Again, we're off of our tailbone. I'm trying to feel a stretch in here. You could also take your arm up and over, shoulders away from your ears though the whole time. I really shouldn't have worn these shorts again today. I've been re-wearing the same outfit as yesterday. I know I wasn't supposed to say anything. Let's talk about my corona hair instead. How it needs a dye job. Actually, I think I'm going to let it grow. I think you're going to see me one day surprised that I'm going to have a tiara of bling of silver and black. I came back up. Let's go the other way. So sit up nice and tall. Elevator lifted though. Lean the other direction. Work on not a roundness in your spine, and then head on over. Oh, keep your knees open. And then we're going to keep our arm up and over. This person on the radio keeps thanking us, huh? She's very thankful to us. Maybe she's thankful that I put this on the playlist for stretching. Good. And let's come on back down. So I'm sitting again at the front of my chair, just so mainly it's not digging into my legs, but also to remind me not to use the chair as a recliner. You should see me when I'm sitting on my couch watching my reality shows. Whoosh! I have the big slouch going. But if I'm going to do this, we're going to do it right. So let's now think about opening our chest. Think about if you have interlocked fingers, and that's in the front of your chest. So we want to open wide, and then we want to sink it again. So open wide and sink it. Open wide and sink it. Wide and sink. So here we're getting a little bit mobility into the lower back with a little bit extra arch to get that, pull that through. And then just a slight rounding, not really sitting on the tailbone though. We don't want that far. Although I'm thinking about, there are a lot of people that overly arch their spines because they have a little bit more size, girth in the front. And so their back is in a constant arch. So maybe trying to round it. So maybe I'll do it. Let's get up as far as you can go. Try to grow your back though, so you're not pinching in your low back. And then let's try to sit on our tailbone. See how that feels. Round your neck, your chin into your chest though. Go the other way so that it doesn't hurt. And back. Going onto your tailbone. Last time heading up. From this position, use your hands now and push down on your thighs to try to grow up and over. Like a big elongation with an opening then at the highest peak up here, up toward the sky, shoulders away from ears. You could look up or down or just at me. And let's hold this for a little bit longer and breathe. I think what's been happening lately with all my mask wearing, with whoever chooses to wear masks in addition, we're really struggling with getting that air, right? And that's a lot of argument, debate that people that don't wear masks are saying that it's too hard for them. And it is a strain. So we're gonna hold here, get a little uncomfortable, see how it feels though. Know that we have the air, we have the rib expansion, right? In and out. Let's go 2 more breaths. And last breath. Good. Sitting up still nice and tall. Ooh, it's hard to sit up tall, huh? Let's slouch for a second. The physical therapist is saying slouch. Okay, reset yourself. Ankles underneath knees. Sitting up nice and tall. Lift your elevator. Elongate your spine. Belly button into spine to support it. Shoulders up and back and down. Keep them down now. Let's just do a little bit of chin. Down. And back up. See if you can keep space between your teeth and just close your lips. And back up. and down, and back up. Last time down, and back up. Let's now look over a shoulder. So we want the chin tucked gently back, straight back. I don't want the chin tilted up or down. And then gently look toward the shoulder. We're gonna hold for a little. 4, 3, 2, 1. Meet you in the center. Reset if you need to. Look the other way. And let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back, center. Let's go one more each direction. And let's hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Last time this way. And let's hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back. Let's get our shoulders again. Let's do nice shoulder circles backwards. Inhale, raise your arms up. And breathe. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale as you bring your arms together and sway softly. Elongating the spine, lifting your elevator. Do what makes you feel good. If it feels good to just kind of roll in a figure 8 or just swaying like a tree. Inhale, lift your arms up again, and exhale. Last time, inhale, lift. As you exhale, bring your hands, your palms together at heart center. Taking the moment, feel how wonderful it feels. It does feel really nice to stretch. I will admit that I've enjoyed this stretching experience. I feel alive and open. I hope you feel the same. I also am grateful for you. So I hope that my openness is sending love towards you with a thank you for making me feel useful during all these times. From my open heart to yours, namaste.